Welcome back to USA Legend Archive. In today's video, we are paying tribute to the American celebrities and notable figures who have recently passed away. We will recap their lives and the impact they left behind. Before we get into the details, please take a moment to give this video a like as a sign of respect for these legends. Your support is very important to us. Thank you for joining us today, and let's begin the tribute.
No matter what your life is like right now, I'm telling you, your life can get a lot better.
Breaking news. The world has just lost its ultimate protector. We are devastated to confirm the news that has sent shockwaves across the globe. Today, we take a moment to reflect on the life of a man who became far more than just an action star. He became a symbol of strength, discipline, and unwavering character. The legendary Chuck Norris has passed away at the age of 86, leaving behind a legacy that shaped generations across decades. For millions of fans around the world, he wasn't just someone you watched on screen. He was someone you believed in. And today, it feels like a small piece of our past has quietly slipped away. Before we continue, take a moment and tell us in the comments, what is the first memory that comes to your mind when you think of Chuck Norris? Chuck Norris wasn't born a legend. Born Carlos Ray Norris in 1940 in a small town in Oklahoma, his early life was far from extraordinary. He was shy, often unsure of himself, and grew up in a household filled with instability. Like many others, he faced moments of doubt and insecurity. He wasn't the strongest, and he wasn't the most confident. But sometimes, the most powerful journeys begin in the quietest places. Everything changed when he joined the United States Air Force and was stationed in South Korea. It was there that he discovered martial arts, specifically Tang Soo Do. What began as training soon became something much deeper. It gave him discipline, direction, and most importantly, belief in himself. When he returned to the United States, he didn't just continue training, he committed himself fully. By 1968, Chuck Norris had become the world professional middleweight karate champion, holding that title for 6 consecutive years. He didn't just succeed, he dominated, proving that greatness is something you build, not something you are simply given. In 1972, his life took another defining turn. His fight scene with Bruce Lee in Way of the Dragon became one of the most iconic moments in cinematic history. Set in the Roman Colosseum, the scene wasn't just a performance. It was a statement. From that moment on, a new kind of action hero emerged. Unlike many others in Hollywood, Chuck Norris didn't rely on flashy charisma. His strength was quiet, controlled, and deeply grounded. And audiences around the world connected with it. Throughout the 1980s, he became a defining face of American action cinema, starring in films like Missing in Action and The Delta Force. He represented justice, resilience, and a sense of moral clarity that audiences admired. But it was in the 1990s, through Walker, Texas Ranger, that his influence reached a new level. Week after week, he entered millions of homes, not just as a character, but as a symbol of what it meant to stand for what is right. For many, he was more than a hero on screen. He felt like a role model in real life. There is a famous joke that says Chuck Norris doesn't wear a watch because he decides what time it is. While humorous, it reflects how larger than life he became in popular culture. But behind that legend was a man whose greatest strength was revealed away from the spotlight. In his later years, when his wife Gina faced serious health challenges, Chuck Norris made a decision that defined his true character. He stepped away from fame, choosing instead to stay by her side. There were no cameras, no applause, just quiet moments of care, support, and loyalty. He traded the noise of Hollywood for the silence of hospital rooms, showing that real strength is not always about fighting. Sometimes it is about staying, even when things are difficult. That may have been the most powerful role he ever played. A Chuck Norris passed away peacefully of natural causes, surrounded by the people he loved most. He leaves behind more than films or achievements. He leaves behind a standard, a reminder of how to live with discipline, act with integrity, and remain loyal to those who matter most. His life teaches us that strength is not only measured in victories, but in character, and not only in power, but in purpose. As we say goodbye, one thing is certain. While the man may be gone, the impact he leaves behind will continue to inspire generations to come. Heroes are remembered, but legends live on through the lives they touch. Before you leave, take a moment to honor him. What is the one word that best describes Chuck Norris to you? Is it strength, honor, or simply legend? Leave your tribute in the comments and let's remember him together.
Just start my day, then lost myself in a familiar song.
Tommy DeCarlo, the powerful lead vocalist of the legendary rock band Boston, passed away on March 9, 2026 at the age of 60 after a courageous battle with brain cancer. His passing deeply saddened fans who saw him as the heart of Boston's modern era, with his family sharing that he fought with incredible strength until the very end. Born on April 23, 1965 in Utica, New York, Tommy spent years balancing a retail career with a lifelong passion for music. His extraordinary journey began when his tribute recordings caught the band's attention, leading to a dreamlike transition from fan to frontman in 2007. Tommy gained widespread acclaim for capturing the soaring, melodic essence of Boston's iconic sound during nearly 2 decades of global tours. As a talented singer, his performances were marked by genuine humility and a vocal range that brought joy to millions. Even after his passing, Tommy DeCarlo's remarkable legacy and soulful voice continued to live on through the music he loved.
Feeling lost, lacking in some direction.
Bob Weir, a master of the infinite jam and a foundational pillar of American rock history, Bob Weir began his next great adventure on January 10, 2026, passing away at the age of 78. His departure resonates deeply within the Deadhead community, which long revered him as the rhythmic heartbeat of the Grateful Dead. Born on October 16, 1947 in San Francisco, Bob co-founded the band in 1965, fearlessly blending rock, folk, and jazz into a revolutionary sonic tapestry. As a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, he spent over 6 decades as a tireless musical explorer, dedicated to the magic of collective improvisation. Beyond the stage, his family noted that he left a world made brighter by his rhythm and soul. Even now, Bob Weir's legacy continues to live on through the timeless music and spirit he gifted to us all. Which of Bob's legendary performances or songs touched your soul the most? Breaking news. In 1967, a young woman stepped off a Greyhound bus in Nashville with only $20 in her pocket and songs no one wanted to hear. The industry laughed at her high-pitched voice and mocked her big blonde hair, telling her she'd never have a future. But today, we are talking about the woman who proved them all wrong, the incomparable Dolly Parton. Beyond the music, Dolly's heart has touched millions. Has her kindness or her story ever changed your perspective on life? Let us know in the comments. Your thoughts mean the world to us. Dolly Parton was born in 1946 in a small wooden cabin in Locust Ridge, Tennessee. As the fourth of 12 children, she grew up in extreme poverty, in a house with no electricity or running water. Her father was a hard-working man who could not read or write, a fact that later inspired Dolly's lifelong mission to help children. Despite the hunger and the cold mountain winters, music was everywhere in her home. Her mother sang old folklore ballads, and by the age of 7, Dolly was already writing her own melodies. The day after graduating high school in 1964, she left for Nashville, carrying nothing but a guitar and a dream. The early years in the Music City were a struggle for survival. Record executives dismissed her as a joke because of her flashy appearance and thick mountain accent. She often went to bed hungry, living on free packets of ketchup just to get by. Her first major opportunity came in 1967 on The Porter Wagoner Show. While the show made her famous, it also became a cage. For 7 years, Porter controlled every aspect of her career and creative output. To finally break free and become a solo artist, Dolly wrote, "I Will Always Love You" as a farewell to him. She had to pay a massive financial settlement to buy out her contract and reclaim her own voice. In the 1970s and 80s, Dolly became a global superstar. Hits like Jolene and 9 to 5 allowed her to cross over into pop music and Hollywood films. She was a brilliant businesswoman who insisted on owning her own publishing rights, a decision that eventually built a business empire worth over $650 million. However, the relentless pressure of fame led to a dark period in the mid-1980s. Dolly suffered from severe depression and later admitted she had once contemplated suicide. She credited her small dog for walking into the room at that exact moment, providing the tiny spark of hope she needed to keep living. And Dolly's private life was equally complex. She married Carl Dean in 1966, a man who refused to be part of the celebrity world and was almost never seen with her in public. Due to health complications, Dolly could never have children of her own. Instead, she turned that personal loss into a global legacy through the Imagination Library, which has provided over 200 million free books to children worldwide. Her generosity became even more evident in 2020 when she donated $1 million to help fund the COVID-19 vaccine research, a move that literally helped save millions of lives. In March 2025, Dolly faced her most personal heartbreak when her husband Carl passed away after nearly 60 years of marriage. Returning to an empty house for the first time in decades was a challenge that fame could not prepare her for. Now approaching 80, Dolly Parton remains a symbol of resilience. She still writes every morning and continues to manage her vast empire with grace. Her journey from a one-room cabin to global stardom proves that the greatest legacy isn't the wealth you accumulate, but the kindness you choose to give back to the world. Willie Colón, the pioneering trombonist and visionary architect of the Salsa movement, passed away on February 21, 2026, at the age of 75. His passing marked the end of an era for Latin music, leaving behind a legacy that transformed the sounds of the Caribbean and New York into a global phenomenon. Born on April 5, 1950 in the Bronx, Willie was deeply influenced by his Puerto Rican heritage. Have you ever felt the raw energy of the streets through his iconic trombone slides? In the late 1960s, he co-founded Fania Records, where his innovative arrangements and bad boy image reshaped Latin jazz and salsa. As one of the most influential American stars, his music was celebrated for its social commentary and rhythmic complexity, especially through his legendary collaborations with Hector Lavoe. Even after his passing, Willie Colón's vibrant rhythm continues to live on through the timeless songs that gave a voice to a generation. Brad Arnold, the soul-stirring lead vocalist and founding member of the iconic rock band 3 Doors Down, passed away on February 7, 2026, at the age of 47 after a private and courageous battle with cancer. His passing deeply moved the music world as fans mourned a voice that defined the emotional landscape of the early 2000s. Born on September 27, 1978 in Escatawpa, Mississippi, Brad's journey began behind the drum kit, where he simultaneously discovered his gift for singing. He gained global recognition with the massive success of the 2000 hit Kryptonite, a song he penned during his teenage years in algebra class. Throughout his prolific career, Brad's gravelly yet melodic vocals brought depth to multi-platinum albums like The Better Life and Away from the Sun. Known for his humility and the raw sincerity of his lyrics, he remained a beloved figure who used his platform to inspire hope. Even after his passing, Brad Arnold's powerful voice continues to live on through the timeless anthems that offered comfort to millions, making his story a significant part of the USA Legend Archive for years to come. The world of soul and pop lost a true visionary on February 2, 2026, when LaMonte McLemore, the co-founder and velvety baritone of the legendary group The Fifth Dimension, passed away at the age of 86. His transition marked the departure of a creative force who defined the champagne soul sound of the 1960s and 70s. Born on September 17, 1939 in St. Louis, Missouri, LaMonte's multifaceted career began with a passion for both photography and harmony. He was the glue that held together the Grammy-winning ensemble, contributing to timeless hits like Up, Up and Away and Aquarius, Let the Sunshine In. Beyond his musical brilliance, he was a trailblazing photographer for Jet and Ebony magazines, capturing the beauty of Black culture for decades. His life was a masterclass in elegance, artistic versatility, and enduring friendship, securing his place among the American legends of his time. Even after his passing, LaMonte McLemore's sophisticated voice and visual legacy continue to live on through the vibrant art he gifted to the world.